Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Holly with ShipShape Fitness, and I got some stuff to say. So today I want to talk about motivation. Everybody loves to talk about motivation. Why does this person have it? Why don't I have it? What can I do to cultivate more motivation in my life? So the question I'm going to pose to you might help you figure that out. I want to know from you guys, what is your motivating factor? Do you love winning? Or do you hate losing? Really think about that. Are you motivated by your love of winning, or are you motivated by your hatred of losing? Okay? So, I heard this question on Andy Frisella's podcast, the MSTO Project. He first brought this up, and I really had never thought about it before, not intently anyways. I'm going to share my feelings on it with you, but I want to share a couple stories first. So, the first thing I'm going to share with you is a story about a successful time I had in my life. I am a bodybuilder. I compete in the OCB and the NPC, and my first ever show was an OCB amateur show in Pittsburgh. I went into the show with not really a lot of expectations, but just joyous to get on stage and live this experience. Long story short, I ended up winning that show, my first show ever, and I was just absolutely ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. I felt resolve that I was doing the right thing and I was on the right path, and I was just so happy. You know, there's very few things in life that give you the same feeling as winning. Okay? Now I want to shift gears and talk about the other end of the spectrum. I want to talk about a big loss that I suffered in my life competitively. In 2019, I competed in the OCB Yorton Cup, which is the national championships for the OCB. I went straight from the amateur level, first show ever, and jumped right into the deep end, basically, competing with the best natural athletes in the world. So I went into this show with very high expectations for myself. Very high. I want to note that this is absolutely no shade to the winners of that show. Everybody that showed up that day was beautiful, phenomenal. They were all very lean. You can tell they had worked super hard. So this is no shades towards them. This is specifically about my feelings regarding that day. So I ended up not doing what I went there to do. I stepped on stage, I got the experience, it was great. I did meet a lot of great people, which was certainly a plus, but I didn't win. Actually, I didn't even place. I took 6th in my class. Now, let me tell you how devastating that was for me. We walked off stage and I didn't feel good about it. I didn't feel good about the whole show, the whole environment. I felt like I did not put my best out there that day. So we walk off stage, some time goes by, and they start doing the awards. They call 5th place, 4th place, 3rd place, and still nothing for me. At that moment, I knew that I did not place. I was not successful at that show. So I left. I didn't talk to anybody. I was just absolutely heartbroken. I left the venue, and as soon as I walked out the door, I just started sobbing uncontrollably. And I'm not a crier, so me having that kind of reaction was surprising to myself as well. But it crushed me. I started texting all my friends saying, I'm never doing this again. I'm done. I can't handle this. And it was really really hard. When you dedicate so much of your life to a sport, to not have the result that you want, it puts you in a really negative headspace. So with all that said, what do you guys think I'm more motivated by? I think it's pretty clear, and you can probably sense in the way I tell these stories which one I am. I am motivated by my absolute hatred for losing. I hate it. I never want to experience it. Obviously, it's inevitable sometimes, and you gotta learn and grow from it, but I hate it. I will bust my freaking tail and do everything I can so I don't have to deal with losing. Winning is great. I love winning, don't get me wrong. But knowing that you don't have to suffer through that heartache of losing is way more meaningful and substantial to me. With that all said, there is another side to the argument. Some people are definitely motivated more by their love of winning. On Andy's podcast, he brings on guests and he asks them this question. So these are very, very successful, influential, and substantial people in the world. They're very rich, they're monetarily successful, they're socially successful. And he asked them this question. And quite a few of them say that they are motivated by their love of winning, not their fear of losing. Andy himself proclaims that he is motivated by his fear of losing. Him and I are similar in that sense. But one of his guests shared this philosophy with him that you cultivate and you bring into your life what you are putting out. So if you focus on your hatred of losing, you are putting negativity out into the world. And it is more likely that that's probably what you're going to get back. So when you focus on winning, you're putting out positivity and bringing in positivity. This did not change how I feel about my answer to the question. I can't change my feelings. And the feeling that I felt losing was way more significant than my feeling of winning. I think it's also a maturity thing. I think as you go through life, your answer to this question might change. But right now, that's where I'm at. I do appreciate the negativity, positivity concept, but it still isn't changing my mind right now. So on my Instagram story, I posed this question in a poll, and more people were similar to myself. They were more motivated by their hatred of losing. I totally understand that, and it was nice in a way to see that other people feel the same way and that I'm not like some weird anomaly that just cultivates negativity. But I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments down below. Let me know how you feel about it and why you feel that way. Let's have some conversation about it. I really want to get other people's input on this question because I think it is very significant. I think it can be very helpful to you guys in cultivating your own motivation. So if you like this video, please subscribe here. I'm not sure the frequency I'm going to be posting videos. This is just kind of something I enjoy doing. But if you like it, yeah, give it a like, give it a subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.